isn't increasing the EQ, the emotional intelligence of our peers and our coworkers and our colleagues and our friends and our family, shouldn't that be the primary goal we all have? I don't know about you, but IQ is useful. EQ is necessary.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have EQ, you're done. You're done. Everybody talks about Chat GPT and AIs and all the things that are changing. And it's an exciting time to be alive. It's a scary time to be alive, but it's also an exciting time to be alive. What almost all of the AI experts will tell you is that the thing they're not sure they're going to be able to teach or embed in the AI or have the AIs teach themselves is empathy.
Right.
It's emotional understanding and connection. Now, I would posit, Michael, respectfully, that most humans aren't doing a good job of teaching empathy or practicing empathy, but we know that's what we need to do to move forward. I do an exercise sometimes with my boys when we're driving. I've got two little boys, a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, and we'll be driving to school and a car will cut us off. Maybe I have to slam on the brakes. Now, if you're like me, folks listening in, a number of words that are not appropriate for young ears often come to mind, at least for me in this scenario. But what I try to do is ask, what could be going on? So I'll say to my boys, hey, what do we think could be going on in that car? And they might say, they're not paying attention. Okay, yes, what else? They didn't look in their rearview mirror. Yes, what else? And then my youngest chimed in one day and he said, maybe they're on their way to the hospital. I said, ooh, that's interesting. Well, and what might they be thinking? Well, they might be more focused on getting there fast than paying attention to the other cars on the road. And if we just took a millisecond to not presume the worst of our fellow humans, to not presume that everything that is being done in the world is being done to us instead of being done for us, to recognize that other people have stuff going on in their lives that we're not even aware of. I mean, Michael, you mentioned the person in your office who suffered the fire in their home. I mean, I'd be willing to bet that there are interactions happening in her lives where people might be like, oh, she potentially seems a little short or a little frayed or a little unfocused today or whatever. Just going through her day-to-day life, not in her work with you, but at the grocery store,
Right.
waiting at a stoplight when somebody's laying on the horn because the light just a millisecond ago turned to green and they didn't stomp on the gas like they were an Indy car driver. It's like there might be other things going on in people's lives. And the more we as employers and as coworkers, and frankly, as humans, recognize that, the better our life experience is, not only in terms of how we interact with others, but in how we interact with ourselves. I think we give ourselves a little more grace when we recognize that we don't have to be on all the time. We don't need to be performing at quote unquote perfect, optimized, maximally efficient levels every minute of the waking day. It's okay to be human.